In 2011, in Perambler, a young cricketer named Umbu was denied to join the Jolly Friends team due to caste-based discrimination. Undeterred, Karupaya, the team's captain, intervened and allowed Umbu to play against the rival team, Sachin Boys, led by their star batsman, Pomalai, aka Gethu. Despite being included in the team and being a talented bowler, Umbu was not given a chance to play, prompting him to leave the ground in frustration, accompanied by his friend Kadhati. Following the first innings, Gethu's wife, Yasadai, arrived at the cricket ground, enraged, and plowed the pitch with her tractor to deter villagers from inviting her husband to play cricket again. 10 years later, in Cuddalore, Umbu is an ardent Chennai Super Kings and Vijay fan, owns a sportswear shop in Titakkudi. Though he is a well-talented all-rounder, Umbu's desire to join the Jolly Friends team is consistently being thwarted by Venkatesh, Karupaya's brother. So Umbu plays as a guest player for multiple teams in and helps win the games. He falls in love with Durga, a trainee nurse. After meeting her at a marriage function, unbeknownst to Umbu, Durga is Gethu's daughter. Umbu witnesses the 40-year-old Gethu smashing the bowlers and criticizes Gethu's outdated cricket techniques to his friend Kadhati, which is overheard by Gethu's cousin Kozandai and eventually conveys it to Gethu. Gethu belittles Umbu as a young amateur, thereby hurting Umbu's ego. Weeks later, en route to meet Durga's family, Umbu is caught midway by another team to play against Gethu's team, while his family goes to meet Durga. As Umbu faces off against Gethu in the match, he is mocked by Kazandai and gang repeatedly. But Umbu bowls him out in his first over and silences the crowd. This hurts Gethu's untouched ego and he immediately leaves the field. Later, Umbu learns that Durga is Gethu's daughter during a visit to their home and attempts to make amends, but his efforts turn unsuccessful. Again they cross paths in the final match hosted by Gethu's team. Umbu's team bats first and scores well. As Gethu's team chases it, everyone except Gethu loses their wickets easily to Umbu. Gethu scores against Umbu, but in the last over Umbu gets a chance to monk at Gethu and win the match. As Gethu realizes, Umbu's ego comes into play and he refuses to monk at Gethu, giving him a warning through the umpire. Gethu's pride is shattered and he walks away from the field, giving the win to Umbu's team. Post the match, Kozandai's taunts about Umbu's exclusion from Jolly Friends sparks a fierce retaliation from Umbu. Gethu, already seething, engages Umbu in a dirty brawl. Durga intervenes, slapping Umbu and ending their relationship, while Yasadai, fed up with Gethu, storms off and moves to her mother's place. Kadhati informs Karupaya about Umbu's humiliation, and so Karupaya decides to include Umbu in the 20th anniversary celebrations match, despite his team members' objections. But Venkatesh's refusal forces Umbu to form a new team, Adangappa 11 Per, and vows to triumph over Jolly Friends. Karupaya, his daughter Akila, and Gethu, swayed by Umbu's clever ego-stroking, make him join the match. In their debut match, Umbu's brief stint at the crease ends in dismissal, and a struggling Gethu loses his wicket, though his determination was evident. Karupaya and Akila's stellar partnership helps secure a thrilling victory. Gethu's mother consoles Yasadai, and so she reunites with Gethu. However, Yasadai confronts Umbu's mother, criticizing Umbu's focus on cricket as a waste of time, similar to her husband. Umbu confronts Durga, but she replies that her father's acceptance is important, while also rebuking her family for arranging marriages and vows to wait until her parents accept Umbu. She further confronts her father, accusing him of letting his ego hinder his acceptance of Umbu. In the semi-final match, Gethu struggles, but Umbu's crucial assistance secures victory, advancing them to the finals. Umbu apologizes to Gethu for past mistakes. Meanwhile, Yasadai plans Durga's engagement, prompting Umbu to request Venkatesh to reschedule the match, but Venkatesh demands a public apology, putting Umbu in a dilemma. Torn between stopping the engagement and playing the final match, Umbu attends the engagement. Venkatesh, fearing the backlash from a possible loss, recruits a strong batsman Prasanth, who is also from the same caste as Umbu, which angers two of his teammates. In the finals, Adangappa 11 first starts without Umbu, bats first, and loses 5 wickets for 30 runs. To salvage the team, Gethu enters without any protective gear, taunts the opposition, and single-handedly scores 94 to put a massive total in the first innings. Durga trusts that Ambu will arrive. He arrives for engagement. Durga sends him back to join the match for the second innings. Though he bowled well, they narrowly lose while Ambu and Gethu reconcile. Weeks later, Karupaya and the rest of Adangappa 11 Pro reach another tournament to witness a new Jolly Friends team which now has players including Prasanth and others regardless of caste or religion. It is revealed that Ambu intentionally lost in the last ball, prioritizing the inclusive spirit of Jolly Friends cricket team, and such a change is the actual victory than any other match victory. Ambu and Durga get married, and Yasadai asks both Ambu and Gethu to promise that they will refrain from cricket, to which they make a false promise.